Mark Rutte AC is a Dutch politician who has been Prime Minister of the Netherlands since October 2010 and leader of the People's Party for Freedom and Democracy since May 2006. After a lengthy business career working for Unilever, Rutte entered politics in 2002 on his appointment as State Secretary for Social Affairs and Employment by Prime Minister Jan-Peter Balkenende of the Christian Democratic Appeal. After a coalition agreement guaranteed the VVD several seats in the cabinet, Rutte was subsequently elected to the House of Representatives at the 2003 election. In 2004, he became State Secretary for Education, Culture and Science. After municipal elections in 2006 saw heavy losses for the VVD. The party's leader, Josias van Aartsen, announced his resignation. Rutte stood in the subsequent leadership election and was elected on the 31st of May, resigning from the cabinet shortly afterwards. Rutte led the VVD into the 2006 election just weeks later. Although the VVD lost 6 seats, they still became the second largest opposition party. At the 2010 election, Rutte led the VVD to win the highest number of votes cast, resulting in them becoming the largest party in the House of Representatives for the first time in the party's history. After lengthy coalition negotiations, Rutte was sworn in as Prime Minister of the Netherlands on 14 October 2010. He was the first Liberal to be appointed Prime Minister in 92 years, and also the second youngest Prime Minister in Dutch history. An impasse on budget negotiations led to his government's early collapse in April 2012. But the subsequent election saw the VVD win its highest number of seats ever, with Rutte returning as Prime Minister to lead to a coalition between the VVD and the Labour Party. This cabinet became the first to see out a full 4-year term since 1998. And although at the 2017 election the VVD lost seats, it remained the largest party. After a record-long formation period, Rutte was appointed to lead to a new coalition between the VVD, CDA, D66 and CU. He was sworn in for his third term as Prime Minister on 26 October 2017. Rutte and his entire cabinet offered its resignation on 15 January 2021 in response to a scandal relating to child welfare fraud. Rutte remained in office through the 2021 election, leading the VVD to finish first for the 4th consecutive election. To date, Rutte is the second longest-serving Prime Minister in Dutch history after Ruud Lubbers. Rutte was born in The Hague, in the province of South Holland, in a Dutch Reformed family. He is the youngest child of Isaac Rutte, who died while she and he were interned together in Gedang, a prisoner of war camp in Batavia, now Jakarta, on 20 July 1945, during World War II. Rutte attended the Melon Lyceum from 1979 until 1985, specializing in the arts. Although Rutte's original ambition was to attend a conservatory and become a concert pianist, he went to study history at Leiden University instead, where he obtained an MA degree in 1992. Rutte combined his studies with a position on the board of the youth organization Freedom and Democracy, the youth organization of the VVD, of which he was the chair from 1988 to 1991. After his studies, Rutte entered the business world, working as a manager for Unilever, until 1997, Rutte was part of the Human Resource Department of Unilever, and played a leading role in several reorganizations. Between 1997 and 2000, Rutte was staff manager for Van den Berg Nederland, a subsidiary of Unilever's. In 2000, Rutte became a member of the Corporate Human Resources Group, and in 2002, he became Human Resource Manager for Igloo Mora Grape, another subsidiary of Unilever's. Between 1993 and 1997, Rutte was a member of the National Board of the VVD. Rutte also served as a member of the VVD Candidate Committee for the general election of 2002. Rutte was elected as Member of Parliament in 2003. Rutte served as State Secretary in the Social Affairs and Employment Ministry from the 22nd of July 2002 to the 17th of June 2004 in the first and second Balkenende cabinets. Rutte was responsible for fields including Bijstand and Arbeidsomstandigheden. After the 2003 elections, Rutte was briefly also a member of the House of Representatives. From the 30th of January to the 27th of May 2003. In 2003, as State Secretary, Rutte advised municipalities to check, exceptionally, Somali residents for social assistance fraud, after some Somalis working in England were also found to receive social assistance benefits in the Netherlands. A Somali man entitled to benefits was stopped by social investigators and checked for fraud on the basis of his external characteristics, after which he refused the investigators access to his home. The municipal executive of Haarlem decided to withdraw the right of the man to social benefits. He disagreed with this and his appeal was upheld by the administrative judge. The court ruled that an investigation aimed exclusively at persons of Somali descent is discriminatory and contrary